Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In this video, we're taking a look at the Capsule Gravity by Shargeek. Let's get started. Alright, to kick things off here, Shargeek sent me the Capsule Gravity for a fair and honest review, and that's exactly what we're going to do here. They call this product a futuristic efficiency booster. It's a 3-in-1 timer and clock that doubles as a power bank. Now, I'm not certain if the official package will be different, but inside the box that I received is the Capsule Gravity, and that's really about it. There was some foam to prevent it from being damaged. The Capsule Gravity is all plastic, it's transparent, kind of like a cyberpunk theme. It's got an input of 5V and 3A, an output of 5V and 3A, or 9V and 2.2A. It's 20W maximum. And the battery capacity on this is 5,000 milliamp hours. The appearance of this is pretty cool, but due to the materials that they use to create it, it scratches extremely easily. Mine already has a bunch of scratches on it and I haven't even used it yet. This might be a pre-production model though. On the one side of this device, we've got a USB-C port. It serves as both the input and the output. On the other side of this device, we have one standalone button. The button is completely multifunctional. You can use it to power on the device, adjust the device, and set the time in different modes. Now, the LEDs are flickering quite a bit in the camera. This is a lot different than it looks in real life, so I'm going to shut off a few lights here and try to capture this just a little bit better. So I've gone ahead and shut off a few lights. Hopefully you can see the brightness on this just a little bit better, and the flickering here has gotten a little bit better on camera. Again, this doesn't flicker in real life. There are 3 different brightness settings: off altogether, low bright, medium bright, and high bright. To change the year, the date, or the time on this device, you have to press and hold the button on the side. You press and hold it to get to each individual section. Now, interestingly enough, when I was configuring the year on this, it goes up to 2050, but no higher. So if you have this device after 2050, the year is not going to be accurate for you. But that is 28 years from now. To check out the other modes on this device, you just have to flip it over, and that's really about it. And then you can adjust things like the timer by pressing that button on the side. Just remember what side the button's on. It's really simple and straightforward to operate overall. And there are 3 different modes overall: stopwatch, timer, and pomodoro. This device really isn't that big. I mean, it's about the size of my finger, just a little bit fatter. It does weigh a little bit more than expected though, and that's because it's also a battery bank. Now, if you don't use this as a battery bank to charge other devices, it actually lasts quite a while. I've had mine for a little over 3 weeks now, and I haven't had to charge it once yet. And to be honest with you, I had no idea what pomodoro was. I had to learn up a little bit about it, but it is based on productivity. You decide a task, set a timer for 25 minutes, focus and work for that 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break and rinse and repeat. So let's get into what I liked, what I didn't like, and whether or not I'd recommend the Capsule Gravity, and we'll start out here with what I liked. First and foremost, I like the build quality of this. It doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel like you could throw it at a wall and it would withstand that impact. But at the same time, if I was just throwing this into a backpack every now and then and transporting it quite often, well, I really wouldn't worry about this holding up. I think it'd be absolutely fine. I like the display on this one as well. It's easy on the eyes, it's very easy to read, and you can just crank the brightness to make it even easier to read. I also liked how responsive this device is. I mean, flipping it over from clock to stopwatch mode, and it's almost instantaneous. And flipping it into each individual mode here in this setup is extremely easy. And to reset it, you just flip it back into clock mode and, well, flip it back into these timer modes. And the last thing I appreciated here is the battery life. I mean, this is a portable battery bank, and if you're not using it as a battery bank, lasting almost a month is insane. That's amazing. Now shifting over into things I don't like about the Capsule Gravity, and we'll start out here with the case. Yes, it's built well. Yes, it looks cool. And yes, it's super prone to scratching. Mine has a ton of scratches on it already. I really don't like that. I mean, yes, I've thrown it into a bag and tossed it around, taken it camping, and really got a lot of use out of this. But at the same time, mine has a ton of scratches on it. And I'm only assuming it's going to look worse in time. And speaking about time, the next thing I don't like is the fact that there's only one button. Setting up the time on this one was annoying. If you pass the number you're looking for, you gotta cycle all the way around again. And then you gotta press and hold to make it to the next section. It's a bit of a hassle, and I wouldn't have minded a couple extra buttons on this. The next thing I don't like about this device, and to me this is a big one, this cannot be used as an alarm clock, even though on the image behind me it says it works as an alarm clock. I would respectfully disagree with this image. There you can see the alarm. You cannot set a recurring alarm on this device. If you wanted to get up at 8 o'clock every single morning, you can't set a recurring alarm for 8 o'clock specifically. When you go to bed, let's say you went to bed at midnight, well, you can set a countdown timer for 8 hours to get you up at 8 o'clock, but that's all you can do. You can't set a specific alarm. And in my opinion, for a device like this, that should be a key feature, and it's kind of disappointing that it's not on here. Now, some people might say, well, you can just set the alarm on your phone instead, and I would counter that argument by saying, yes, you can also use your phone as a clock, as a stopwatch, as a timer, and even a pomodoro timer. You can do everything on your cell phone that you can do on here. So before I get into my overall recommendation, let's take a look at the price of the Capsule Gravity. Right now on Indiegogo, you can get it for as low as $35. The MSRP on this one is 50 bucks. And I think at 50 bucks overall, if you're looking for something specifically like this, well, it's not too bad, and it doubles as a battery power bank. At 35 bucks or even 39 bucks, and this becomes even more attractive. However, I can do all of this stuff from my cell phone, and I don't have to pay any extra money to do it. On the other hand though, if you take a look at Indiegogo and Kickstarter, it seems like it's a pretty popular product. A lot of people seem to be interested in something I thought was extremely niche. But anyways, that is all I've got for you in this one. Straight to the point, all stuff and no fluff. Shoutouts to Shargeek for providing this Capsule Gravity for a fair and honest review. Let me know your thoughts about the Capsule Gravity in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos, don't tempt fate, save your state.